So firstly, I'd like to say welcome and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Brett Tandy. I'm the owner of the business, and what I'm going to show you today is a live brief case study of one of our clients here on the Sunshine Coast locally that have given us permission to use them as a testimonial for our services. So I'll give you a little bit of background on the business. The name of the business is Sunshine Coast Psychology Services. Their domain name is www.sunshinecoastpsychologyservices.com. They provide psychology and counselling services to the greater Sunshine Coast region. So let's get started. Let's look for their business name as such to see exactly how that comes up. Sunshine Coast Psychology Services, and here we can see that they're right at the very top of the page with a couple of site links, and also on the right hand side the Google My Business listing is also coming up appropriately. So the first thing that people would search for, I guess, is, let's say, a psychologist on the Sunshine Coast. That's something that they need to rank for. And so what we're looking at here is a couple of ads at the top, the local map pack, of which they're sitting at number 3. And I know that we're going to get them up to number 1. And the reason that I know we're going to get them up to number 1 is simply because they're sitting at position number 1 in the local organic search results as well. So they're doing very, very well. That's a lot of screen real estate on the front page for psychologists or psychological services on the Sunshine Coast. So they're doing quite well here. Let's have a look at a couple of the other services that they offer. Let's say marriage counseling is quite a big one for them. And what you can see here, that's an ad. They are the first option, the first organic search result below the ads. So once again, they're generating great traffic from that. So what you can also see is that in the title, we've called it Marriage and Relationship Counseling on the Sunshine Coast. The reason for this is that some people search for relationship counseling as opposed to marriage counseling. So let's put that one in as well. And we can see once again sitting at the very top of the search results for marriage and relationship counseling on the Sunshine Coast. Let's just have a look at plain counseling on the Sunshine Coast. Once again, sitting at number 1 and number 2 for counseling on the Sunshine Coast. So doing very well, taking up a lot of real estate on the first page of Google for every query. Another service that they offer is what's called an employee assistance program, where other businesses can contract their services for psychological or coaching support for their employees. And what you can see here is that they are sitting at number 1 of the organic search results for that, and we've also ranked them for the acronym as well for that. And you can see once again sitting at the very top of the organic search results. The reason this is good for them is that there's often lucrative government contracts associated with these search terms. So this has been just a brief case study. It's a real-time example of the results that we've achieved for one of our local Sunshine Coast businesses here. I know that we can do the same for you. We're great to work with. We know exactly what we're doing, and we'd love to hear from you. I hope this video is worth your time. Thanks for stopping by.